Hey, you Crockers, it's Ryan, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to read and play rhythm slashes. So let's take our C chord and we'll do all these rhythm slashes with that chord. Your third finger going on the third fret of your bottom string there. Okay, now the first thing that we're going to start off with are whole notes. And whole notes get 4 beats when we're playing in 4/4 time. Now if you don't know what that means, just to make it simple, 4/4 time means that there's 4 counts or beats to each measure. Okay, so that means we're just going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it starts over again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so when you see a whole note, you'd strum your chord and count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then strum again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you just keep going with that. It gets 4 counts. Okay, moving on to the next is half notes. Half notes is 2 beats or 2 counts. So you would strum 1 and 2 and then again 3 and 4 and there's one measure, next measure same thing, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright, next we have quarter notes. There's 4 quarter notes in a measure. So that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and there's a full measure. Here we do it again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright, now we've got eighth notes, which is twice as fast as quarter notes. This is where we're going to get the up strum. So we go 1 and. On all the ands, it's going to be the up strum. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's the full measure. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, there you go. So another thing I want to go over is when you see a little dot next to one of these rhythm slashes. Let's say, for example, a half note with a dot next to it. The dot means that it equals the value of half of whatever it's next to. Again, it's half of whatever it's next to. So if it's a half note, which gets 2 counts, you have a dot next to it, half of 2 is 1. Hopefully you stick with me on that. So half of 2 is 1, so the half note gets 2 counts and the dot gets 1, so that would be 3 counts that we do that for. 1 and 2 and 3 and that would be a half note dot. The quarter note dot would be 1 beat for the quarter note, and then half of 1 is a half, right? So the quarter note with the dot would be 1 1/2, so it would be 1 and 2 and then cut out because we don't say the and of 2 because we want 1 1/2 beats. So hopefully that all makes sense. I know the dot makes things a little bit more complicated, but one more thing I'm going to go over is 16th notes. Now that's twice as fast as eighth notes. So eighth notes we were going down, up, down, up, down, up. Now it's going to be the same, but we got to do it twice as fast, and we count it 1 E and a. So here's eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and here's 16th notes, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. So that's getting a little bit more advanced, but there you go. You got your whole notes, which is 4 beats, your half notes, which is 2 beats, your quarter note, which is 1. And then your 16th, there's your eighth notes, which is half a beat, and then you have 16th notes, which is a quarter of 1 beat, or half of an eighth note. So go and try that out when you see these rhythm slashes in different music. Now you know how to play them all.